Do not attempt to adjust your dial. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. It's your boy Big Vern. This is App Stupid, the fastest growing sports and entertainment show on these YouTube streets. You're welcome. Holla at the overlordian, playing MCs like an old accordion. Yo, shout out to LL Cool J and EPMD. Slow down, baby. Slow down, baby. You just joining us for the first time. Welcome to App Stupid. Please hit the like and subscribe button. It goes a long way. We also appreciate it. Plus, share the content. I know y'all looking at it. I can see my analytics, yo. I'm your favorite podcaster's podcaster. So if you joined us in our last segment, we was talking some SEC football. We were talking about the Gators and how I didn't see them coming out of anywhere to smack Kentucky and break them in half. That just caught me by surprise. But then another game caught me by surprise. And when we pivot from the SEC, we go to the Big Ten. Illinois, they power drive Michigan. This was a hard to watch game. I'm not going to hold you. Michigan only put up 7 points. All of their offense showed up in the second quarter. That's it. That's it. All of their offense showed up in the second quarter, and it was hard to watch. They lost to a team in Illinois that only threw for 80 yards. Luke Altmaier only threw for 80 yards, not a quarter, not a half. We're talking about the entire game. That was crazy. And then if I'm Michigan, my feelings are hurt because we lost to a guy who barely even threw the rock around. But our defense, they couldn't stop the chair I'm sitting in. Michigan surrendered 187 yards to the Fighting Illini. Let that sink in. Michigan surrendered almost 200 yards rushing, and they have a former pro defensive coordinator in the booth making too much money. Wolverine fan, are you mad that you all paid Wink Martindale an exorbitant amount of money to come to Ann Arbor and fail? It was put behind the 8 ball. Illinois was there 11 times. They only converted 3 times. Again, this was very hard to watch. This was one of those games where if you had something else to do, you did it. This was the only 2 fan bases that were watching this game. I'm pretty sure color commentary was pissed off. They got stuck watching this. And Michigan, the season is almost over, and I know Coach Moore can't be happier that this thing is coming to a close because it just started out bad. They're on their third quarterback. They kept saying the one guy threw too many interceptions. After the Texas game, they made a change with him when they played Arkansas to Alex Orji. Now they got rid of Alex Orji. Now Alex Orji, he himself couldn't throw, and now you're on this new guy. Again, I couldn't be more shocked at how this thing had broke out for Michigan. Give me a quick 20 from an unofficial sponsor of the show. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. Burger King. BK, have it your way because you rule. Order online, download the app, or visit the good folks at your local Burger King. If you have the app, they've got the limited time only, the cheesy tots, the things and rings, and your way meal. You can go ahead and combine anything from your Whopper Jr. to your 4-piece nugget, value fries, and cola. You can customize that order. You can do that all through the app. BK, have it your way, because you rule. Yeah, shout out to Burger King. Make sure you all get your Burger King for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Not at the same day. He breaks some of that up. Maybe treat yourself once in a while, but don't hit the trifecta on one day. Gee, God, no. All right. Again, if I'm a Michigan Wolverine fan, I have to feel embarrassed. I got beat by a quarterback who only threw the ball 18 times for 80 yards and a touchdown. We got beat by a running back, no runner in the Illinois stable in that running back room had over 55 yards. That's crazy. And I know Illinois, they'll take the win. They'll take the wins where they can get them. You know, a win's a win. But for Michigan, a loss isn't a loss. This was a bad loss. This was a bad loss. And for all of the belly aching, for all of the bitching and moaning, Michigan is actually, they have a winning record. They're 4-3 right now. They've officially been eliminated from any college playoff scenario. That's not going to happen whatsoever. At this point in the game, Michigan can only play spoiler, because if you look at the schedule for Michigan, they've got a rivalry coming up this week with Michigan State. Then Oregon gets to come to the big house and beat on them. That's what I said. They can only play spoiler. Then they've got to see Indiana and Bloomington. And I'll be honest with you, the way Kurt Signetti, he's got these guys playing at a high level, and Indiana actually believing that they can stay with anybody in the country, it could be an embarrassing day for Michigan. Then they have Northwestern, and then you get baptized in Columbus. You have to go see Ohio State. And we've made no bones about it on our program that Ryan Day is the only guy in college football that has a win the national championship or you're fired kind of deal. And with that kind of pressure, he's looking to make an example out of Michigan. But I could be wrong. More on this game when we come back from a quick 20 from a rap album we're promoting this month. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. It's your boy Big Vern. You know how we do. Promoting another rap album this month. Overcast. Cast Got Wings. In stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the album is Up, Pay Me a Grip, Caught Up, Beat It Up, and many more. Overcast, Cast Got Wings, in stores now. Yeah, shout out to Overcast. It's a really great album. I like that. Pay Me a Grip. Pay Me a Grip is crazy. But Michigan faithful, where do you go from here? Honestly. You know, I mean, yeah, you got Khalil Mullins. Now, he's a beast in every sense of the word. Not going to hold you. He's probably the only bright spot this year at Michigan. So far, the year's not over. They've given him 110 touches on the rock. He's got 676 yards and 7 touchdowns. 6'2", 233. He's a big kid. He probably could play on Sunday in the future if you're looking at it. I know he's on track right now. If he has 2 or 3 more 100-yard games, he may squeak at that 1,000-yard rusher mark, but it's highly unlikely. But he's a bright spot. Other than that, I don't know where you go for positivity in this whole shakedown, because you understand you lost to Illinois. They didn't do anything in the fourth quarter at all but hold on to the lead. Illinois, Nebraska, those two teams don't score points in the second half of football games. And yeah, they still had a chance to get in this thing. Michigan still had a chance to get in this thing. They were down 13-7. And then here it is, the third quarter. You would think Moore would come out with a counterpunch. He didn't. And Illinois scored 8 points, and that was it. That's the offense for the entire game. So, yeah, it's going to have to get better. But I think you have to fire Wink Martindale. You've got to let him go. This is atrocious. If anything, even if your offense isn't clicking, you have a former pro defensive coordinator. This dude is deemed to be the architect of the Baltimore Ravens. And you mean to tell me he can't stop college offenses? Really? He can't stop Illinois? Get the hell out of here. Look, the good people of Ann Arbor, let me know. Do you need to fire Wink Martindale and start over? This is Big Vern. We'll be back.